18 minutes to 9. She is the West End star who was talent spotted by the rock legend Brian May. At the time, Kerry Ellis was the understudy in My Fair Lady, the night that the Queen guitarist was in the audience.
Well, last year, Kerry and Brian teamed up to produce an album of anthems, and in the spring they're playing the Royal Albert Hall and going on tour, and we're going to talk to them in just a moment.
Morning.
Very good morning to you. First, let's have a quick look at them performing I'm Not That Girl from the musical Wicked.
I wasn't born for the rose and the pearl. There's a girl I know. He loves her so. I'm not that girl. Don't dream too far. Don't lose sight of who you are.
Brilliant.
And here they are now, slightly more demurely dressed.
I thought it was too early for
Yes.
that, really.
Yes, talk about the glitter of show business, but there we are.
I do love a sequin, though. All my outfits have usually got some kind of sequin or sparkle.
So when you go on tour and when you appear at the Royal Albert Hall, is that getting another outing? Or...
Maybe there might be something new, I think.
Just as you sat down, we were saying, how long is it since you've been working together? And you sort of were casting your minds back. It is almost a decade, isn't it?
It will be coming up for it, yeah, since we met. Yeah, we've been working on the album a very long time, but I met Kerry, as you said there, you know, when she was understudying in a West End show, and she created one of the roles in our show about 9 years ago now.
It's such a great showbiz story, because it's sort of the showbiz legend in a way. You know, you're understudying in a West End show, and then you're performing, and you get, well, you were spotted by other people, but this guy then finds you and helps make you an even bigger star. What was it like when what was it that really, you know, drew you to Kerry's performance?
It's the voice, really. You just don't come across a voice like that, really. You know, I've been very lucky in my life. I've worked with Freddie and Paul Rodgers recently, you know, two of the greatest rock voices. But you don't come across a voice like Kerry's in, you know, more than once in a lifetime, really. You know, that's
and
it,
you
really.
sat there and you were sort of transfixed by when you were sitting in the audience? Or?
Yeah, certain things just get you, yeah. And she has a way of communicating as well. She has a way of interpreting. She's a chanteuse, you know. And everybody needs a great song, and every great song needs a great singer. And that's what I needed, really. That's what otherwise, how would I do my craft? You know, I can work on great arrangements and guitar playing, and if you don't have the right singer, you're wasting your time.
And so meanwhile, Kerry, you're understudy for Marcy McCutcheon at a time of some horrible sore throats for her. So you're actually on stage probably more than you'd anticipated, weren't you, at that time?
I was, yeah. I mean, it was my first West End show, and we actually started at the National. So to be thrown on at, you know, just leaving drama college, to be thrown on and be playing that role opposite Jonathan Pryce, and, you know, was mad. And then to know that Brian May sat in the audience and then asking me to audition for his show that he's putting on, it was just, it's been a whirlwind, really. And then 10 years later, here we are.
You're selling out the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah, in about 24 hours, I think it was. It
really
was
amazing.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, let's have a sample of sort of thing you might expect. Here you are performing at Proms in the Park, and this is Anthem from Chess.
She is the constant. We who don't care, and you wonder, will I leave her? But how? I cross over borders, but I'm still there now.
So when you were at the Royal Albert Hall, because you as you say, you saw the...
We haven't seen this.
No, that was in the park, actually. That's Proms in the Park.
Yeah.
Yes, we did do the Albert Hall, though.
Yeah, but why were you seemed a bit blown away by that performance just then watching
We
it?
haven't really seen it, have we? No,
No,
it's interesting to see it on a big screen.
Yeah, we don't get... I mean, you know, you kind of do the event and then, you know, it's kind of filmed and everything, but then you're moving on to the next thing, which was the Albert Hall, so, you know, we haven't seen it, so it's nice to see
You
it.
do tend to move on, really, because
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, if you dwell on it, you know, you can't do anything about it. So there's a tendency not to want to watch things you've just done. You know.
There are no half measures with your performances, are there? There's never the quiet moment. It's like it is full on. But there must be extraordinary strength to your voice to be able to do one number after another with such vocal volume.
Well, especially with a very loud guitar next to you, you know, it's what I do. It's what I've always done, and I've been lucky enough to have Brian, you know, help produce an album for me that's you know, showcased my voice in such a way. And what's great about the Albert Hall coming up and the tour is that we get to perform it live, and we get to do it all live, and it'll be the first time. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
I want to ask you about the internet, because you were saying you don't like to look back, or you don't necessarily have the time to look back at what you're doing. Of course, the internet now means that so many people comment on what you do. Do you have a look at that? Because you're a great blogger, aren't you, Brian? You do sort of do the social media thing.
Yeah, and everybody's got a mobile phone, which is a video camera as well, you know, so nothing is private anymore. It has changed things very much. Yeah, I tend to be much more aware of what's going on out there than I used to be, definitely.
But do you look at reactions to shows, to performances?
Not really, to be honest, no, because if you read it all, you go nuts, really.
And I suppose for a performer like yourself, the most important critical reaction is what you get from the audience on the night.
Absolutely, and yeah, of course, everybody likes to have their say, and I've recently joined Twitter, and I was kind of avoiding it for a long time, and then recently I got on it, and it's kind of a nice way to have your say, and yeah, people do send you nice messages, and you know, send you comments and this, that, and the other, but it's really nice to have that instant, you know,
it's like opening a window and having a shout.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's kind of a great way to communicate, you know, what you're doing, and the Albert Hall very much sold out on, you know, I tweeted that morning, and literally that evening I was getting thousands of text messages saying we've booked our tickets, we're on our way. So it's a great way of kind of seeing what's happening.
Yeah.
We put a second show on at the Albert Hall, so there will be some tickets for the afternoon show. And then we're off on tour, as you know.
And the tour, presumably you can still get tickets for the tour.
Yeah, literally, I think it's gone on sale today, I think.
So,
so.
Yeah. We start off in Liverpool.
Right, I was just looking at the list. Here you go. Liverpool, Newcastle, Sheffield, Nottingham, Birmingham, Edinburgh, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, from Glasgow to Southampton.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a real tour. It's great. I mean, it's something we've been building towards for a long time, but finally we're there. And it's concert halls.
Right.
And it'll be the real thing.
Good. Okay.
Brilliant. Well, great to see you both. Thank you so much.
Good luck at the Albert Hall too.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you.